Thank you all for joining us. We will now start with Taylor Simon. She is an incredible speaker, is an esteemed celebrity brand strategist, the author who helps creative powerhouses confidently unleash their value so they can win high-paying clients without sacrificing their life they were made to have. So, as the founder of Tailor Made Creative Agency, she is on a mission to help influencers, leaders, and entrepreneurs increase their profit and performance through the power of style to fit, branding, and strategic digital marketing, which is now everywhere nowadays, right? Well known for her disruptive take on branding, you can expect to experience explosive results. With her infectious enthusiasm and effortless ability to mesmerize her listeners, she's no stranger to knowing how to captivate and convert a crowd from her career in the entertainment industry and over 10 years of experience as an entrepreneur and speaker to what we need today, right? So she's widely passionate about inspiring and equipping others to step into the spotlights and showcase their superpower with confidence. So we would love to welcome Taylor Simon to please join us and take it away.
I'm so nervous right now. Listen, you guys, I don't know why. I want to say this. Like last night, I was literally, I was probably up all night procrastinating on this particular presentation for many reasons. And I'm going to share with you why. And it's just my personal sales story that I want to share, just kind of starting off because I believe that we all have a personal sales story. We all have a moment or a season in our life where, where things just aren't as pretty. They aren't as, just roses and flowers. And so I want to share mine. So if I can be honest, like this year has literally been one of the most challenging, one of the most difficult years that I've ever had in my business. And if you can relate, I want you to comment, but I want you to comment in the chat below if you can relate to this. Over the past year, I've just been feeling stuck, bored, burnt out with overworking and not having anything to show for it. I mean, have you ever been in that space where you've just been doing all this work and you have nothing to show for it? I mean, I've lost clients, doors have been shut in my face, and listen, I have just been burnt out, just overworking, and things for me have just not been as hopeful. I wanted to share this, and my coach actually challenged me to share this, but I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like that's where a lot of us are. And I feel like as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we don't really share the trenches, see the trench seasons that we tend to be in, right? And if I can be real, entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. It's not, right? I mean, and listen, for me, this season of my life is new because it hasn't always been this way. I mean, in 2020 to 2021, I've experienced the best years in my business. I mean, in a pandemic, I mean, I've received five-figure clients, $10,000 months and over, and it was just explosive, but when the waves of life had came, I had to face a decision to either sink or walk on water. That's the season that I'm in right now, to either let the waves swallow my dreams or redesign my confidence to keep going. And that's what I want to challenge every single one of you to do, to redesign your confidence so that you can keep going. All right. So I don't know about you, but it takes courage to show up and sell yourself, right? Especially in a pandemic, in a recession, in a season where things just are so uncertain. It takes courage to sell yourself, your business and your services when it seems like, there's no hope. It's just the truth. And this is why I wanted to share with you these strategies that I've implemented in my business. Okay. Are you with me? If you are, I want you to comment yes, 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 I'm with you. So she kind of shared a little bit about who I am, but I don't really find my success necessarily in all of the accolades and all of the things that I've done. I find my success as just simply being a mom and as a wife and truly being able to do the things that matter the most to me, but doing it with the people that I love the most. And that to me is what success is. All right. So here's the truth. The truth is that without sales confidence, you won't be able to achieve your business and sales goals. All right. I want you to remember that. So, in this presentation, we'll discuss strategies that will elevate your ability to enter a room and sell to anybody. So, get ready to learn how to turn your audience into believers, to harness the power of your presence, and have an unwavering commitment to achieving your goals in the face of rejection. That's kind of like just challenging, right? When you're in the face of rejection, when you are facing giants, and we are all facing giants, no matter if we want to admit it or not. We're all facing some type of giant, whether it's fear, whether it's anxiety, whether it's worry, whatever it is. There's a giant that we have to face, but we're about to go beast mode on this thing, and we're going to kill it with confident sales strategies. All right. So, what is self confidence anyway? All right. Self confidence is having the ability to own the room and sell to anybody without having to manipulate or aggravate people. Have you ever talked with a sales rep over the phone and they were just so aggravating? It's like you probably just wanted to hang up the phone on them. Or you probably just wanted to walk away. I know y'all, listen, I know y'all have probably hung up on plenty of sales reps before. Trust me, I already know because I did it too. But having self confidence is sharing your vision, your passion, and purpose with personal conviction and authentic belief that your business, your offer, your course is the antidote to their problem. I want you to get out your notes. I'm the type of coach that, listen, I'm a note taker and I want you to be a note taker. So make sure you write down some notes because I'm dropping gems, all right? So when you have faith in what you have to offer, you turn your audience into believers. Being calm and composed when selling your services makes you more approachable, personable, and relatable. As a result, you put your audience at ease and on the less defensive route. You have the ability to loosen the shoulders of your audience when you show up from a place of abundance, from a place of growth, instead of a place of scarcity. I'm dropping gems, y'all. This is so good. If it's good, I want you to comment below. This is good. So a scarcity mindset approaches a potential customer or client with an anxious, aggressive, and a forceful tone, usually due to the needy ambition to take from them for personal benefits rather than to serve. So listen, so an example would be if you're in a space where you need to make clients, you have bills to pay, you have children to feed, you have a 3-year old with Paw Patrol diapers on that's like, Mommy, can I have some blueberries? Like you have kids running around that's asking you, listen, I need food, right? And so you have a need. And a lot of times when we operate from the place of need, we prevent ourselves from really providing a solution to meet your audience needs. Are you with me? So we have to switch the mindset. We have to switch it to having a growth mindset. So a growth mindset approaches sales conversations with a more relaxed, unshakable certainty that no matter the outcome of the conversation, their success is guaranteed and the right people at the right time will show up so that you can sell out. How many of you want to sell out after you showed up? I am super excited about that because listen, that's what we want to do. We want to sell out, right? And so, most importantly, you have to believe in your why. Don't be afraid to bring in your why. And I also like to call this your wow. Your why is your purpose, and it's your wow. It's what makes people like, wow, I really want to invest in that. Wow, really want to partner with your business. I want to partner with your organization. I want to invest in what it is that you have. I believe that your wow statement is what's going to help me to have transformation in my life and in my business, right? And so make sure you kind of incorporate that, sneak that into every conversation, and I can guarantee you will win sales. All right. And so, why is sales confidence important? So, without sales confidence, you aren't able to meet your business goals, right? Listen, you can have confidence in a recession. You can have confidence when things are very successful when you understand these strategies, okay? So remember, you have to believe in you before anybody else does, all right? If you believe that you're worthless, give no value, have no potential, you will attract worthless, low or no value results. Okay. Having confidence and authentic belief in your products or your services influences other people to buy into it. So I want to encourage you to believe in your dream, believe in your capabilities, believe in your gifts, believe in your talents, believe in your business, and believe that you are worth the investment. I always like to say, show up from a place of fullness of love, show up from a place of worthiness so that you don't have to go into these spaces or these sales conversations looking for your worth, looking for love, looking for all these other things that you should already have showed up from that place. All right. All right, we're moving along. We're moving along. So here are the 5 strategies to sell with unshakable confidence. Are y'all excited? I'm really excited. This is going to be so good. So number 1, your powerhouse posture. Your powerhouse posture. This is so good, you guys. So this is how you carry yourself. How you carry yourself says a lot about who you are. You want to appear knowledgeable, trustworthy, and the go to person that can actually show up and get the job done. Okay. And so the way that you carry yourself has the potential to command attention without chasing it. People who walk with their shoulders back and their heads held high to be seen tend to be seen as confident and self-assured. So while those who slouch and convey a sense of insecurity, okay, when you're slouching and when you're just like, I don't want to be here, that's the type of energy that you are giving off. That is the type of impression and appearance that you're giving off to your potential clients and customers. They perceive you as insecure. And so I want to tell you that you are not made to be a fly on the wall that's waiting to be swatted at. You know how the little annoying flies like on the wall is like, "Ugh, get out of here." You don't want people to be swatting you out and trying to get you out of the room instead of inviting you closer and into the room. Okay? Get off of the wall and open your arms from across your chest to become more approachable and inviting. Okay, developing that powerhouse posture can not only make you look and feel successful, but it can also lead to actual success. Okay, so here are just a few tips really quickly on how you can develop a strong, confident posture. Okay, by standing up straight, by having your chin up and chest out, by keeping your eyes looking forward, no walking with your head looking down. Looking down at the ground will only make you appear insecure, but it could also lead to neck and back pain over time when you're slouching over and doing all of that. No, we don't want to do that. We want to walk into the room with our heads held high, one foot in front of the other, pulling those shoulders back, relaxing your shoulders, of course, and relaxing your jaw. Listen, this is an exercise that I want you to practice right now, and even when you get home and before you get on that sales call or go to that networking event. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel your body. I want you to feel your body and see and sense what parts of your body are tense. What parts of your body are just tight and just not loose and not relaxed? Is it your jaw? Is it your leg? Are you tapping your shoulder? Are you tapping your leg a lot? Are you shaking your leg? What? It's time to get relaxed. Okay? When you find those parts of your body that are just tense and just stoic and stiff, all right? Relax them. Another thing, say it with a smile. A smile goes a long way. It says that you're confident, self assured, and friendly. And lastly, don't forget to breathe, okay? So if you want buyers to pay attention to your behavior, you want them to see a powerhouse posture so that their decision to buy from you becomes a no brainer. When they see your powerhouse pose, they will be confident that they are in good hands. All right, so that's number 1. Number two, your signature style. So, your signature style is the number one thing that sets you apart from everyone else. It is your moxie, it's your originality, it's the embodiment of your personal brand. Okay. No matter if you are attending a networking event, a business meeting, a virtual coaching call, or creating content to promote your brand, having some sort of signature style to communicate your message, your mission, and your motives will increase your profit potential. That's good, y'all. I'm dropping gems. So you should establish yourself as a walking brand. You are a walking billboard. All right. And so your audience should be able to easily identify who you are and what it is that you represent just by you having and showcasing your personal signature style. Okay. And if they don't know you, they will want to get to know you because your statement makes an immediate and lasting impression, no matter what industry that you're in. This does not matter, what industry that you're in. Your appearance and approach to a potential client or customer needs to be in alignment with your brand messaging. Okay. Having a distinctive style can be used as a tool to communicate your brand values and message, and it will help you to stand out from the crowd. For instance, you could wear a company shirt and colors to create brand recognition. If you own an athletics brand, then wear the products in which that you're trying to sell. And wear it well. I mean, don't just show up and slouch. Wear it well and own the room. And maybe you own a makeup brand. Then show up with the face beat so good, honey, that they will just do nothing but stop and stare and want to book you for their next engagement. Leverage the power of your signature brand style. And I'm telling you, without a doubt, you will increase your leads, you will increase your sales, and you will make your business more recognizable and memorable to your consumers. Okay. Here's a quote for you: if you want a promotion, then dress like you're the boss. All right. Number three, master your charm. Master your charm. The secret to sales is to be an interesting person. All right. And interesting people are interested in people. I want to say that again. Interesting people are interested in people. If you're out there saying, and I'm not saying that you're saying this, but some of you might be, I don't know, or you might have heard someone say this. If you've heard someone say this, tell them, nah, because you're in the business of people. If you said, well, I don't really like people like that, but you're in the business of people. Yes, we people can be, annoying. We can be crazy sometimes. But we're in the business of people and we have to show up like we are actually interested in the people that we're trying to engage with. We have to show up like we're interested in the people that we're trying to get to invest in our businesses, right? And so charming people don't share loads of information about themselves, but they share tidbits just to keep them hooked. And I'm talking about the way that you conversate with people, okay? People like to talk and tell you things. So this is about a conversation, whether you're on the phone or whether you're in person. People like to talk, so let them talk. Let them talk about their child who was sick. Let them talk about, their grandmother who broke her leg. Let them talk about these things because what they're doing, they're giving you the juice. They're giving you the secret sauce. They're giving you the good stuff. When you lean in and listen, you let them be heard, right? And so when you let them feel heard, they feel more important and they feel valued, right? And so give them eye contact. Be enthusiastic when you're having a conversation with them. Nod and give appropriate feedback and responses to their opinion. Most importantly, remember their name. Whenever you remember someone's name, they will make an effort to remember your name. They will make an effort to remember your business's name. All right. So I'm giving y'all some secret strategies so that when you enter into that sales conversation, you're looking for some personal information that you can use to customize your own sales pitch or your own solution pitch. Okay. And so while you're listening on the phone or in person, you're able to take down intentional mental notes of their problems, their pains, and pressures. Okay, even though it seems like, oh, this woman is just talking way too much, or this guy is talking way too much, and it has nothing to do with I came to sell to them. But give them some time. And of course, if you do have a time limit with your boss or whoever, if you're the CEO, you know, of course, you have to be use wisdom with your time and time management. There's a way to work around that. But you still want to give them enough time to give you their pains, their problems, and their pressures. And so when people feel like they are around someone that they can feel more relaxed to talk with, they feel more inclined to share information with you that is essential for tailoring an offer that they cannot resist. All right. And so that is so important when mastering your charm. This is not about manipulating the conversation. This is about being genuine and having an authentic conversation, an intentional conversation with your audience so that they feel heard, so that they feel important, and so that they feel valued. All right. Let me know if this is good. Comment below. Let me know if this is good for you guys. All right, so here's is the next one. Face the giant. Face the giant. And remember, I was talking about giants in the room and how there are so many giants just huffing and puffing and going on right now, whether it's the giant of the recession, whether it's the giant of family issues, whether it's, you know, the giant of just you're going through some health issues right now, whether it's the giant of relational issues or financial. We're all facing giants right now. Right. And so I want to talk about the giant of fear. When you think about selling your products and your services, how do you feel about that? I mean, truly, how do you truly feel about that? Are you afraid, tense, anxious? Do you get a little hungry? I don't know. Or does it make you feel excited? If you are feeling afraid and uncertain about your ability to secure a sale, then it's time to take a step back and assess your tools and techniques. Okay. And when I'm talking about your tools and techniques, I'm talking about your toolkit. I'm talking about your services, your products. I'm talking about your offers. I'm talking about that course that you want to do, that book that you've written or that you want to write. I'm talking about your business and all of the goodness and the value that you have. Those are your tools. And the technique is how you face that giant, is how you go about selling. Okay. So selling doesn't have to be this crazy, overwhelming, daunting experience. In fact, it can be quite rewarding if you go into it with the right mindset. Remember, we're moving into a growth mindset and not a scarcity mindset. Okay. So the key is to focus on the value that you're offering potential clients or customers. So think about the value and all the goodness and the solutions, the antidote that you have to provide to your client, your potential clients and customers. When you do this, you minimize the fear, you minimize the giant, you make the giant smaller, and you amplify the transformation because that is what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to bring solutions that will, as a result, bring a transformation to the lives of your potential clients and customers. Think about the value of your tools. When you can articulate the ways in which your product or service will improve the lives of others, then you will be well on your way to making a successful sale. Okay. So don't let your fears hold you back. I've been there. I completely understand, you know, and it's not like the fear is ever going to go away. The fear is never going to go away. But the trick is to face the giant anyway, to face your fear anyway, and to conquer it by understanding the value of your tools, by understanding the value of your services and your products and your offers, so that nothing will hold you back. So I want you to feel it, feel the fear, face the giant, and take your best shot. And I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at just how easy it can be to meet your sales goals. Okay. And here's my last point: sharpen your sword. Sharpen your sword. You were made to be a warrior on the battlefield of business. And one of the best ways to show up like a champion and conquer your sales goals with confidence is to train with a mentor or coach. Think about going on the boxing ring. Whenever you think about boxers, they always have a coach in the corner cheering them on, rooting them on, training them to be the best that they can be so that they can defeat their opponents, so that they can be champions, so that they can win on the battlefield of the ring. So, whatever your ring is, who is in your corner? Who is training you to be the best sales rep that you can be? If you don't have sales reps that you've hired for your business, then you are the salesperson. You should also think about investing in mentors and coaches and trainers or trainings to help you to sell with confidence. Listen, one of the things that I was thinking about this morning is that confidence is a muscle. Confidence is a muscle. You have to strengthen it and build it every single day. It has to be stretched. It has to be strengthened every single day. The challenges don't sleep. Challenges does not sleep. Giants, they don't go to sleep and they don't care if you're sleeping or not. They are wide awake. And so you have to be willing to stay on the battlefield, get in the ring and train every single day. Build your sales confidence every single day. Get into that sales gym every single day so that you can become the best salesperson that you can be, so that you can reach your full potential and elevate your sales skills. Okay. So, like I said, confidence is that muscle. So, be willing to be open to innovative techniques, strategies, and trainings just like this, just like you're already doing. So I just want to say kudos to you. I'm proud of you for joining me on this session of you being trained and you hopping in the ring with me so that I can coach you to say, hey, you can go out there and you can win. You can face the giant and you can face your fears and you can go out there and be a champion and win all of unlimited clients. We're speaking unlimited clients, all right? All right. So listen, it's now time to go out and start implementing these strategies. But the first thing that I want you to do, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to relax. I gotta relax too, because I just finished my session, my lesson. Take a deep breath and relax, honey. And mind you, I've been doing this for 10 years now, you guys. And as an entrepreneur and, as a businesswoman, I truly believe in the power of owning your story and being authentic and being tailor made, and not being afraid to share about the trenches and to share about the triumphs in your life because I believe that vulnerability increases your visibility. I want you to write that down. Vulnerability increases your visibility. So don't think that because you are sharing your story, because that's all that we're doing whenever we are selling ourselves and we're shining a light on our purpose and our wow. We're sharing our story. Don't think because you're sharing your story that you're going to lose clients or that you're going to lose, customers or that they're not going to hire you. They're going to hire you even more because you actually know what you're talking about. You've actually been through some things and challenges that can help um to bring transformation into your potential clients and customers' lives. Say for instance, if you were a plumber, your story would your soul story would be that, man, I remember, years ago when I was at home and my toilet was just stopped up. And I just could not stand my toilet from it would just be stopped up all the time. And I didn't have the money to hire a plumber to fix it for me. So I had to go on YouTube and learn how to do it. And after, then you know that I've ended up fixing my toilet. I'm coming up with this whole scenario, you guys. Then I had to fix the toilet, and then just years later, I was able to do my neighbor's toilet and do my boss's toilet, and then I became a six-figure earner. Then I became this multimillionaire because I decided to create the solution to a problem that I had, which then became the antidote to other people's problems. I know that was a silly story, but listen, everybody has a sales story. Everybody has a moment of wow or why you even do the things that you do. All right. So if your motivation for making a sale is based solely on the fear of rejection, then it's time to change your perspective. Embrace these sales confidence strategies, and I believe that you'll be racking in the big bucks. Do you believe that? If you believe that, say, I'm racking in the big bucks. Take inventory of your past successes. Think about a time when you closed a difficult deal or received positive feedback from a client. This will help you to remind you that you are capable of making sales happen. You can make sales happen. In addition, be prepared. Always be prepared and make sure that you know your product from the inside out. Make sure you know the tools and techniques. Make sure you know your product like it's your baby, because it is. You've given it a name. Now you have to tell the people what it's capable of doing. And speak from that place of value confidently, assuredly, right? And listen, I cannot even not say to also incorporate case studies, statistics that'll also be helpful and go hand in hand when you address common objectives or objections. And finally, try to see the rejection itself as a positive thing. Each no brings you one step closer to a yes. And remember, every successful person has been told no countless times before finally landing that coveted big sale. So don't get discouraged. Keep putting yourself out there, and eventually you'll find success. After all, the only way to guarantee a 100% failure is to never make an attempt in the first place. So, what are you waiting for? I want you to get out there and start selling with confidence. Listen, this is an opportunity for you to take an action. I'm super excited because I ended up mentioning that about getting in the ring with a coach or a mentor, and I wanted to give you guys just a quick opportunity to join in on my Unshakable University. Basically, I would love for you to be a part of my founding members of my new life and business transformation incubator called Unshakable U. It's basically a space for influencers, leaders, cultures, cultures, yes, all cultures, speakers, experts, service-based owners, and service-based business owners and entrepreneurs, where you'll basically be equipped to have unwavering confidence, to have steadfast commitment to your goals and dreams, and you'll be given the tools, courses, and strategies on how to monetize and scale your own brand with weekly tools, strategies, and motivation. All right, so I'm going to take you from being unknown to unstoppable, or unseen to unshakable. My desire is to turn business owners into warriors who dominate in any economy, in any industry, without sacrificing their time, money, or things that matter the most to them, and equip and inspire them to live a life that's bold and courageous. All right. So this is an opportunity for you for you to join me, to be one of my founding members. I would love to have you. And I thank you so much for having me for this presentation. I hope it was amazing to you, and I hope that it blessed you.
Thank you so much, Taylor Simon. You have touched on so many important and amazing points we can bring with us throughout life and not only our jobs, right? So, thank you for that. I've written a whole bunch of notes, even for myself. It's incredible what you can learn anywhere, and especially someone like you. Thank you for your knowledge. We have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
And please, everyone, feel free to comment and send your questions on the chat
Yes.
box on the side. This is your opportunity to even enrich yourself even more and fill those batteries up so we can make dreams happen of six-figure dreams, or like Taylor is saying. So one of the most amazing points that you touched upon, which is it's very difficult to even sometimes share, is vulnerability, so you can amplify your visibility, right? And it's so true. Once you actually connect with people and say, you know what, there was this 80-year-old man. I'll quickly say this comment before our first question, and he said, you know what, I never saved enough money for my retirement, and now I am working and I'm suffering, and I don't want that to happen to you. And you have this possibility of doing, instead of a 401k, now you can do this flex, little bank account that you can start saving up. So he was trying to do the sales, and he gave himself as an example and how it impacted his life. So yeah, once we find that connection, we can genuinely, connect with other people and make that sales happen. So I thought it was very
Yes.
amazing of you sharing that with us. Here's our question. First question: what do you think about asking a spouse or family, or a family member, to be your coach? That something good, or what do you think?
Absolutely. One of the things that I've experienced in business and in entrepreneurship is, not all the time are family members, or even close friends, or your personal Facebook friends, going to be your audience, or going to be the main ones that are going to cheer you on. And here's the thing: is because they have not been where you are. They may not necessarily have the same passion, the same drive that you have. And one of the mistakes that I've made, and I'm not saying that this is what's happening, but one of the mistakes that I've made is putting my family in a place that they don't necessarily need to be in, by setting unrealistic expectations that they're going to be the ones to cheer me on, and that they're going to be the main cheerleaders of for my dream or for my life in general. So that's number one. And number two, if it is a family member or a friend or somebody that's close, be careful of be careful that they're not using their familiarity and mixing it in with, your business goals, right? So they may see where you are. Sometimes when family sees where you are and they don't see the growth and they don't see, things flourishing, sometimes they can get a little bit familiar instead of actually being your cheerleader and saying, hey, you can do this, you can go to the next level, you can grow your business, you can reach your goals, do they have the history and the story to be able to provide that value to you, to help you to grow your business or your life. And so those are just a couple of things that I would share with you when it comes to considering family or friends. When it comes to that, you can of course do it, of course, because you know them more than I do. But I would also say to get somebody who doesn't necessarily know you, who's been where you are, but also can be able to say, I've been there, and provide the value that you need to help you to grow your business.
Awesome. Here's your next question. What do you think the difference between self-promotion and bragging, and how you would test the difference in your own outreach? Can be very
Absolutely.
tricky, right?
Yeah. So I always say, lean into the conversation by getting to know the person first, getting to know your audience first, by listening to them. Lean in to listen in. That's one of the things that I shared before, so that you won't allow yourself to get caught up in the bragging game or the bragging business, because sometimes that can be a little turn offish. Try to, of course, you definitely want to share your triumphs. You want to share, the business milestones that you have been able to reach and to be able to accomplish. Yes, we want to celebrate those wins and bring those to the forefront. But is it relevant in the conversation? You have to really understand, what is the goal of the conversation. Am I trying to get some information from my audience? Am I trying to, really identify and get some data on what their problems, their pains, and their pressures are? Or am I trying to sell myself? And here's the thing that I always say: if you do these strategies and implement these strategies, you don't have to brag and you don't have to beg. You don't have to brag or beg for a sale or brag on yourself. when you've already came into the room with these strategies in mind. Okay. I've been into spaces and in rooms where people were drawn to me. They were attracted to me and wanted to get to know me because of how I carried myself, because of the powerhouse posture that I was able to carry. And that instantly created a conversation. And here's the thing too, with my signature style, and I love sharing these strategies because they're so powerful. I've seen them being just manifested just like that. I've had people come up to me just to compliment me, in networking events. They may not wanted to initially hear about my business, but they came up and complimented me. Let me tell you something. The power of compliments is insane. When people come up to you and compliment you, that creates an open door and an opportunity for a conversation starter, right? Same thing for on the other hand, you can walk up to someone and compliment them on their shirt or on, their business card or on their hair, whatever it is. Find something to compliment them so that it creates an authentic, genuine conversation where it's not all forced and feeling salesy, where you're just walking up to them and saying, well, I've done this and I've done that. That could be a little turn-off-ish. Just let your presence in the room be what sells, and the rest is history. Hope that
Wonderful.
answered your question.
Yes, wonderfully, and I'm sure we will be successful, applying those strategies like you're saying.
Yes,
Once you feel that connection with your product and you know your tools,
yes,
then I think it'll be a lot more natural to do that outreach
yes.
to the people, right?
Yeah,
Let's
and you're not aggravating and irritating people. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be a fly in the wall that people are swatting out the door, but you want people to be drawn to you and to invite you to come back and have a conversation or a cup of coffee.
I myself have always been scared of sales. I'm like, no, 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 I don't want to sell anything. But not listening to your tools. I mean, it makes sense once you have that connection. And I do with certain products. I naturally just, talk about the product. Oh no, your life is gonna change. This baby stroller is amazing because it does this, and I'm doing it naturally because I believe in the product or I genuinely
Exactly.
believe in it. So yes, all of that.
Yes, Vanessa. Yes. That's exactly
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so I shouldn't be that afraid, but it's still not my
Yeah.
comfort zone. But I'm sure applying your tools will be a little bit better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I have twins. And so if I could come up with a product to, keep my twins from burning their hands. Say for instance, if you had a child who like touched the fire, not the fireplace, or touched the stove or something like that, and they burnt their hand. Well, and then you all of a sudden have this epiphany and this idea that just sparks up, and it's like, wow, I have a solution to keep my kids or to keep other people's kids from burning their hands. That creates authentic conversations,
Yes,
more so than it just being forced and all salesy and just begging and just bragging. You don't have to brag on something that's authentic to you and something that you truly believe in. And that's where the confidence in what it is that you're selling comes from. So,
definitely 100% agree. Here's your next question. Can you share with us a specific success story of your own and also a connection that did not work out and why?
yes. So that's two questions.
Yes, sorry, we'll do the first one. Specific success story of your own, something like that that you've been telling me and how you connected it with what you're selling.
Absolutely. So I actually went to a couple of networking events. And before I went to those networking events, I got my signature style together. I was very clear on my brand goals and my brand vision, my messaging, my story, all of these different things. And I went to this specific networking event, and it was a room full of women, and it was a business type of networking event. And I've never seen any of these women in my life. They and have never heard of me. But as soon as I walked in the room, I mean, because of the way that I carried myself, that I walked with confidence, my eyes were focused on the prize, and I smiled and into the room with a very friendly presence. And I kid you not, instantly, the women in the room, they were like, "Hi, well, how are you?" They wanted to have a conversation just like that, and they were joking, and I was like, "Well, hi," and that was the first instance with me walking in that room. All right. I didn't know that just by me walking in the room alone was going to create a conversation. And so um after the networking event was over, I actually had without me sharing a whole lot about what I did, because it was a different kind of networking event where you just kind of like shared a little, maybe like a 1 minute 1 minute elevator speech, and it wasn't very detailed, but it was just like a little tidbit. But because of how I presented myself and I was clear on my story, it truly touched the hearts of the women in the room. And after that, just that 1 minute moment, and after my just me walking into the room, I actually ended up being able to connect with six. It was about 12 or 13 women in the room. I was able to connect with six women in the room that wanted to work with my business. And I was able to end up having a five-figure opportunity because of that moment, of by me implementing these exact strategies, by me walking in the room, being friendly, having a conversation, even afterwards. So after the networking event was over, they all came up to me and was like, "Girl, I had to know about who you are. What I want to learn more about your business." Because I came off as friendly. I wasn't like in the corner somewhere and not trying to talk to anybody. I opened myself up and I did exactly what I'm teaching you guys. And I was able to land multiple five-figure clients, with five-figure contracts with that one opportunity. And so I do that repeat all the time, and it never fails me, just by you guys implementing these strategies. So they actually work. Okay, guys?
Awesome. And can you tell us about a connection that did not work out? Like, do you have an example of that? Maybe, oh, it didn't work out, but then I guess at the beginning of your career, and then it did work out. Maybe you could share
Absolutely.
with us, yeah.
Well, it didn't work. A lot of things didn't work out in the beginning of my career because I lacked confidence. For years, I dealt with a lot of feelings of feeling like I was incapable of doing what I was doing at the time. So just a little bit of my back history. I Before I got into the business that I'm in right now, I was actually a full-time entertainer. So I was in the music industry. I had my own band. I was singing, touring with celebrities, and did all these cool things. And then I had this epiphany moment where I had discovered that I was made for so much more than the singing lifestyle, than the music lifestyle. That for me, God wanted me to do more, and He wanted me to share my message, even more on several stages. And so through that moment and that season of self-discovery, of or redesigning my life and redesigning who I was, I ended up having to build self-confidence, right? So when you're transitioning from one industry to another, number one, that's intimidating. Okay. That is very intimidating. And how I ended up getting into this industry, I started off as a full freelance photographer and graphic designer. And I was like the homegirl down the street where everybody got to text me in the middle of the night to hire me for social media design the next day, right? And so it was just a lot of that going on. But I lacked the confidence to step into spaces and into places that I was just unfamiliar with. And so that really prevented me from reaching a lot of financial goals coming out. I lost so many opportunities because of fear of rejection. I've lost so many opportunities and clients because I procrastinated a lot on things out of fear of overthinking things. When it came to business relationships and even sales, I had forgot to send emails to people or follow up emails to people because I was afraid that I would get rejected. And in and of itself self right there, that was just one of the most difficult spaces, and places in my life that honestly ended up turning it into um, one of the most successful seasons of my life. And it became one of the most successful seasons of my life because I was able to take those challenges and look at it for where they were, and I was able to face the giant of insecurity. I was able to face the giant of fear, and I was able to work on my self-confidence so that I can show up and respond to those emails, follow up to those clients, or have a follow-up sequence with those clients or potential clients and leads, and I was able to land them. I can tell you specific moments and instances where this has happened, but honestly, it has been many instances where I failed and I have lost clients and lost customers because of my own lack of self-confidence when it came to sales. And so I hope that answers your question, with my long line of history and just kind of where I've been. So yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. And I think that's one of the most important, yet the most difficult thing is to believe in ourselves
Yeah.
and to stop fearing rejection. I mean, it's one of the most basic things that we can improve on to sell, but yet I think it's the most difficult. So, any other tips that you can give us to improve our confidence daily? What can we do to, other than, yeah, you've said many amazing tools, but for the people that still struggle to actually apply those tools, any other tips you can give us?
Absolutely, I have several. But one of the things that I do every single day is that I write down affirmations and I say them. I believe in the power of our words. I believe in the power of declarations. And it's not just about saying cute sayings and saying cute words. Over our life and just, calling it affirmations just to say that you said affirmations. But like I said, challenges never sleep, demons never sleep, and there's always going to be things going on in our life that is looking to steal our confidence. And so, which is why daily you have to speak life over yourself daily. You have to write down your affirmations and not just do that, but I love to not just write them down, but I love to record myself saying the affirmations. I can do this. I am capable. I'm a winner. I am a sales champion. Write down, not don't just write these affirmations down. Record them on your phone and listen to them as you are meditating. Listen to them as you were jogging and in the gym. Listen to you saying it. All right. There's a difference between other people saying positive things and positive words and affirmations over yourself, but then it's even more powerful when you can say them over your life so that you can rewrite your story every single day and be reminded of who you are and that you are capable, that you are confident, and that you are more than a conqueror to be able to conquer those giants that you face every single day. All right. And another thing that I do, I write them on my mirror. I want you to write down powerful words on your mirror. I am worthy. I can do this. I am capable. I am loved. I am a six-figure earner. I earn six figures every single month. I live in a realm of unlimited resources. I want you to write down those powerful affirmations and write them down on a mirror. So if you have a mirror, get you I usually have them around my desk, but get you a dry erase marker and write them down there because every single day when you look at yourself in the mirror, sometimes we forget what we look like. Sometimes we forget what we're capable of. And we have to look at ourselves eye to eye so that we can remind ourselves of who we really are. Whenever you're writing a vision down and making it clear and making it plain, whenever you're making it plain, you're putting it in a space where you can see it. If you cannot see the vision of the person that you want to become, if you cannot see the vision of the business that you want to have, if you cannot see the vision of the goals that you want to achieve in your business or your brand, then you're not going to achieve them. You're not going to work towards them. So put your vision, put your goals, put your affirmations in a space where you can remember them so that you can conquer the world. All right. I hope that helps.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. You are a wealth of knowledge. Taylor Simon, we appreciate your
Thank
time to
you.
be with us here today, September 15th. And well, we will have this recorded because I believe you just gave us so many amazing tools, and I know you can share even more. But for now, we will have this recording on our YouTube channel, Sir
Awesome.
National, from today, next Wednesday. It'll be available on YouTube, so everyone can go back and check out our. Oh, right there is the link, the specific link to our events. And this specific recording will be available next Wednesday. So, Taylor Simon, we appreciate your time. We want to
Thank
thank
you.
you. And we appreciate all these tools you just gave us to go conquer the world, right? Conquer our
Yes.
fears, conquer our giants. We appreciate that. If you want to tell everyone how they can also reach you after this, that'll be great to close it off. Okay.
Awesome. Well, if you want to connect and if you want me to be your coach, your mentor, or even if you want to hire me with my brand development and marketing agency, Tailor Made Creative Agency, where we actually do websites and social media marketing, digital marketing, you can definitely reach me at hello@tailormadeca.com. Or if you want me to be your coach or mentor, you can reach me there as well. And you can also follow me on social media at my Instagram at I am Taylor Simon. That's IamTaylorSimon. And if you want to sign up for my Unshakable You incubator, life and business incubator, listen, email me so that you can get on the list because I'm going to keep the founding members to a limited list. And I would love for you to be a part and I would love for you to come on along this journey with me. And I want you to join me next week, next Thursday, for my next talk, From Stage Fright to the Right Stage. It's going to be so good, and I'm going to be dropping some more gems, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Taylor. We will see you next week. And we're looking forward to even more knowledge how we can conquer our fears and get out and be successful. So thank you so much. Hope everyone has a great Thursday and a great weekend.